more deadly than a pack a day. A silent epidemic, more deadly than a pack a day, loneliness. It's a feeling we all experience from time to time. But did you know that chronic loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? This startling statistic, backed up by increasing scientific evidence, reveals a silent epidemic sweeping the globe. The health implications of prolonged loneliness are far-reaching, impacting not only our mental well-being but also our physical health in profound ways. We live in an increasingly interconnected world, yet paradoxically, rates of loneliness are on the rise. The fast pace of modern life, breakdown of traditional communities, and increasing reliance on technology have all contributed to this growing sense of isolation. The consequences are serious, leading to a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, and even premature death. It's time we stop underestimating the impact of loneliness. This is not just about feeling sad or isolated, it's about a serious threat to our health and longevity. Understanding the science behind loneliness and its impact on our bodies is the first step toward combating this silent killer. Before diving deep, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Mind Matters Lab to continue watching videos like this. A look at the research. The link between loneliness and poor health is not just anecdotal, it's firmly rooted in scientific research. Studies, including landmark research from Brigham Young University, have shown that social isolation can trigger a cascade of negative biological responses. When we experience loneliness, our bodies go into a state of chronic stress. This leads to elevated levels of stress hormones like cortisol, which over time can damage blood vessels, increase blood pressure, and disrupt the immune system. Furthermore, loneliness has been linked to increased inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is a key driver of many chronic diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. One study found that social isolation and loneliness increase the risk of early mortality by 26% and 29% respectively. These figures are comparable to the health risks associated with smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity. Loneliness is not just a feeling, it's a serious public health concern that demands our attention. The slow decline of a life lived alone. John, a retired engineer in his late 70s, was once a vibrant community member. However, after his wife's passing and the gradual distancing of friends and family, John found himself increasingly isolated. He filled his days with routine tasks, rarely venturing out or engaging in social activities. Initially, John dismissed his loneliness as a natural part of aging. But as months turned into years, he noticed a marked decline in his physical and mental health. He felt constantly fatigued, suffered from frequent colds, and experienced a persistent sense of hopelessness. A visit to his doctor revealed high blood pressure and early signs of heart disease, both exacerbated by his social isolation. John's story is unfortunately not unique. It highlights the insidious nature of loneliness and how it can slowly erode our health and well-being without us even realizing it. It's a stark reminder that human connection is not a luxury. It's a fundamental human need, essential for our physical and mental health. Strategies for combating loneliness. Reconnecting and rebuilding. Strategies for combating loneliness. The good news is that loneliness is not a life sentence. There are concrete steps we can take to rebuild connections and combat isolation. It's important to remember that even small interactions can make a big difference. Start by prioritizing small, daily interactions. Smile at a stranger, strike up a conversation with the barista at your local coffee shop, or call a friend instead of texting. Joining a club or group based on your interests is a great way to meet like-minded people. Consider volunteering your time. Helping others is a powerful way to connect with your community and boost your own well-being. Technology, while often blamed for fueling loneliness, can also be a valuable tool for connection. Use social media to stay in touch with loved ones, join online communities based on your passions, or explore virtual events and meetups. And finally, don't hesitate to seek professional help if you're struggling. A therapist can provide support, teach you coping mechanisms, and help you develop strategies for building meaningful connections. You are not alone. Hope on the horizon, you are not alone. Loneliness can feel like an insurmountable hurdle, but it's crucial to remember that you are not alone. Millions around the globe are grappling with this issue, and acknowledging it is the first step toward healing. By understanding the science behind loneliness, its impact on our health, and the practical steps we can take to combat it, we can start to shift the narrative. We can create communities that prioritize connection, offer support to those who are struggling, and break down the stigma surrounding loneliness. Remember, even small steps towards connection can make a world of difference. Reach out to a friend, join a local group, or simply smile at a stranger. Together we can combat this silent epidemic and create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and connected. There is hope on the horizon, and together we can overcome loneliness.